So the sights were set on the highlight of the year, the Scottish International Rally, and round 5 of the championship. And once again at the wheel of another car, Andrew Wood, this time with an Isle of Man registered Audi 90 Quattro, seen here in De Villa Forest in Fife in a particularly gritty spirit. But Farmer Wood didn't have it all his own way, in spite of four-wheel drive, with this spin in Craigvinian Forest in Perthshire. Lotte Lundqvist's Astra GTE was caught on the Craigvinian stage by Colin Valentine's Mazda 323. He was anxious to get past. Ian Wilson from Stonehouse had a good rally, consolidating his win in the Argyll stages the month before. So let's see what conditions were like on the 89 Scottish, with this backseat view of De Villa Forest. Driving is Alistair Smith in his Volkswagen Golf GTI. No problems though for Wood, a fine finish at 10th overall, top championship driver, valuable points to push him up to 5th place in the table, and still 5 rounds to go. After the mid-season round in the Jim Clark Memorial Rally in July, the championship stayed in the area for round 7, the Border Rally. Jimmy Girvin had been unable to repeat his early successes through the rest of the year, but was still in 3rd place in the championship and determined to regain his form, with the added battle of reverse seeding. But a series of punctures cost him valuable minutes, and he had to settle for 9th place. Andrew Wood was now in a Group A Vauxhall Astra GTE, but also suffering punctures. The borders are notorious for the sharp roadside rocks. Murray Grierson fell foul of them too with this rear wheel puncture on the Elibank stage. By Castleower he was fully mobile again and finished 14th, and a strong contender for the championship, which he won in 1987. Kirkcaldy Ice Rink in September, and the championship moved to Fife for the Kingdom Rally. The competitors line up for a 175-mile route with 14 special stages. Leading the field is championship leader Murray Grierson in the Pitmedden stage on his way to the afternoon tests in Perthshire, using again his older car, the Opel Kadett 400. He was desperate to hold on to his championship position and was working hard for it. Andrew Wood hadn't intended contesting the championship at the start of the season. Now the title looked a real possibility. One man who'd made a big impression during the year was Walter Henderson from Carnwath in his Escort RS. He'd climbed steadily up the championship table and with some others was ready to take advantage should any of the leaders stumble, leaving, as you might say, the door open for anything to happen. On to the Knockhill race circuit in Fife, and this is where some of the Forest rally men come to grief. It's a quite different matter controlling a car on loose gravel to a fast and furious thrash round a racetrack. Each one has his own particular style, some better than others. Dr. John Shirley, the Fort William GP, had a superb drive in his Escort, to give him his first national victory in 15 years. Some of the driving may have been dramatic for the navigators in the passenger seat. It wasn't relaxing for the wildlife either. This particular deer watched the action, decided it had had enough, and a lucky escape from George Gauld's Mazda. The spectacular setting of Loch Tay in October, and in the autumn sunshine the setting for round 9, the Hackle Rally. On the notorious Drummond Hill stage, Andrew Wood, lying third in the championship, was determined to consolidate his position. But Murray Grierson was equally sure he was going to do everything he could to hold on to the top spot. And then there was Jimmy Girvan, second in the points table and just 10 points behind the leader. Third place gave him more valuable points. The championship battle was wide open for this round, organised jointly by the 55 Car Club and Alloa and District Motor Club. Stuart Robertson wasn't registered for the championship, but he still managed second place. Walter Henderson wasn't sparing anything, especially his car. His luck was out again, this time with a sheared stub axle on just the third stage. In spite of this minor diversion, Walker set fastest time on this stage at Craigvinian and finished fourth, the best placing for a rear-wheel drive car. And on to the final round, which would decide the championship, the Trossachs Rally in October. Andrew Wood set about getting the best result possible. A good placing in the Trossachs could give him enough points to take the championship, which he had just failed to do 5 years ago. But the weather, now mist rather than rain, was becoming an unexpected hazard.
Straight. Fairly straight. Go on. It's all straight.
Jimmy Girvan's luck was out. This front wheel puncture on the very first stage left him limping to the finish and losing valuable seconds. It dropped him down to 10th place, and even four-wheel drive couldn't beat the mist. At the finish back in Aberfoyle, Andrew Wood was unaware of Girvan's bad luck, which had given him the championship. But once he knew, he was obviously pleased.
I'm delighted. It's not sunk in yet. It's going to take a wee while for it to sink in and just realise what has actually happened.
Andrew Wood triumphant, Jimmy Girvan second, Murray Grierson third, and the top challenger George McWilliam with young Alistair McRae in second place.